this vlog, we're going to discuss the editing challenges and the challenges that we faced when we were editing our short film. So it was extremely difficult for me as an editor, as we had loads of footage to sort through, because we tried to film everything at least 3 times, so we had like a big variety of different shots, and then we looked over them. We picked the one that was most effective and which one had like the correct lighting and clarity and would fit with the rest of the shots. But because it was difficult, because there was just so much to go through, and it took a long time. That was one of the problems.
Yeah, and being the cinematographer, when filming it, it was quite hard to see on the camera whether that clip was going to be good enough to feature in the film. So I tried to film it as much as I could, but obviously it's time consuming, and from the little screen on the camera, it's not possible to always tell like how good that version of that part of the scene was.
And then there was, so for some of them we had like loads of footage, and then for others we just didn't take enough shots. So when we came to editing it, we had to sort of
cut some of it out.
Yeah, and like make do with shots that didn't fit well, and like when you came to watching the film, it just looked really jumpy and like it didn't flow very well.
And obviously we learnt from this, because when we're going to film our real one, like our actual final draft of our film, we're going to obviously film a lot more of the camera angles and use more advanced ones, so that we can have a variety of different choices on which different angles the scene may look better in, and use more advanced angles. And
in because we didn't film some of the shots enough, like in our first draft, there's a bit where I'm outside and it's like daytime, and then the next shot is just nighttime, and it's where we just didn't, like, the continuity is ruined because we didn't take enough footage. So when we like refilm, we're going to make sure that we do everything really early on in the day, so the continuity is like it flows the whole way through.
Yeah, definitely, because that's obviously where, like, when we got some feedback from our first draft, a lot of people picked up that it was different times of the day and that it was a bit jumpy and it didn't make sense. So that's why we have decided to change some parts of our film, and obviously when we do go to refilm, we'll definitely do it at different times of the days, at the same time of the days, and early on, before it's going to get dark at like 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll probably start filming at like 2, so it's easier.
Make it, like, earlier. And like another challenge for editing as well was the software is really difficult to use. So like, especially as an editor for me, I need to make myself like familiar with the software that we're using. Like
and even when it came to the music bit, when we added music, tried to add music into it, we didn't know it's quite a long process. You have to like convert it and then add it to your iTunes. We obviously didn't know that you even had to do that, really. Yeah,
so we're gonna like watch like YouTube tutorials and like read about how we can make it look professional, because we don't want it to look like just like amateur. We want it to be like professional.
And one of the shots that we picked up on when I was like filming it was again about continuity, was that in one of them, our character who plays Robin, Amy, she stood there. We kind of did it from 2 different points of view, so we did it from the side and then facing her, and from the side she had her arms crossed, and then when I went to face her, her arms were down. So obviously that picks up as in her arms changed without, it didn't like, look right, it didn't flow very well at all, because she literally stayed in the same position, just her arms had moved, so it didn't. So that was something that we obviously learned from, that we know that we need to literally make sure everything is so precise and consistent when filming for the real draft.
And when we came to edit it, it was just obvious that the continuity was wrong. So like that was like a challenge that we
because we had to deal with it. We literally had to.
But like to overcome that, we could, every time that we like finish a filming from one angle, we could like take a picture of how it finished and then like replicate it from a different angle, so it like looks the same from each angle, like, and it flows really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it really. Thanks.
There are all the challenges.
It's not so